And for some people, it is. I've met plenty of people who go into trading and they don't need to retweak the beliefs they have about management of probability. They just need to learn how to trade. I would have a sophisticated 50-cent word for that. We call that internal validation rather than external validation. You'll see a lot of people that want to make a lot of money to prove how much they matter. Okay, look at me, and that's called external validation. And a lot of people also they want to win to make themselves have the experience of being adequate. And the thing is that adequacy comes from within you. It does not come, there. I separate performance from being.
On this guy, this is a little more difficult to draw because we had a flattening out of the trend right here, and there was a potential early bird right here, but it was just short-lived. So we could draw it like that, or we could draw it more where the hot line crossed right there. Okay, so let's draw it there, looking for a 312, and this one was far superior to 312 right here. Reflective angle test. Going down to the 30-minute, then we have confirmation on the AO. Mayo is below the zero line, which is extra confirmation. Going down to the 15-minute, we're right on top of the Norwood alert. Beautiful place to take a trade. Pretty much where I had this line at the top of my. So we'll say that's where we took the trade. On the 15-minute, we're looking for 5 out of 9. So this is where we would get out of the trade, right here. What did we make on this trade? 54 pips.
Okay, his true attitude is, I think that maybe it's 90% of this job. What I have been able to see is that most of successful traders are psychologists, and it's because mind plays the big part in this business, because fear and greed are one of the biggest problems.
Oh, this is really cool. This USD has hit major monthly resistance on the 115. So I'm looking for this actually to go short on all the yen pairs. I'm at least looking on this one for 94 pips. The Swiss yen, I'm looking at from that break to that fractal, there's 57. Aussie yen is the only one I think that's rebelling. Of course, as always, there have to be one.
There always has to be a rebel.
There always has to be a rebel. Yeah, that's it. That's why it's not giving anything. So, but the Euro yen, Pound yen, New Zealand yen, I think is another one. It's definitely worth watching. No, not this one. And you can see the price came against you a little bit, but never actually stopped you out. And you went down for a beautiful 74 pips right there using the divergence. And you can see what happened after this is we had a beautiful pull down, and then the market continued back up once again.
The wave patterns that the markets form are the natural rhythm of the market. They move in 3s and 5s constantly, all the time. And the point that's important to realise here is if you can just get this pattern in your mind. And don't forget, I'm looking at a 30-minute chart here. So I'm an intraday trader. I trade daily Elliott wave patterns rather than on the 4-hour, the day, or the or the month, or the 4-hour. The longer time frames are great, and I'm learning how to become better at trading the longer time frames. But the core of what I do is to actually trade the intraday Elliott wave patterns, just like you're seeing them here. And so for me, the most visually distinct Elliott wave patterns occur on the 15 and 30-minute charts. So once you get this pattern in your head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can never really unsee it again.
Well, the thing that really has been exciting for me, and to sum this up, is that as an experiential educator, someone who likes to use personal experience to help bring out the point that I'm trying to teach, it's been very rewarding for me to be able to have the involvement from the student body that we've had. I've never had so much feedback ever, and the students are really thriving in this environment. I was a little skeptical at first that people would grasp onto it as well as they are, but I'm not surprised that they are now that I'm seeing the results of what's going on. The biggest thing for me would be to have people realize that it's not just a coach and a student that's going through this process. It becomes a coach, a student in a classroom that now becomes their trading team and helping each other to recognize what's going on in the market and getting more collaboration. And I think the collaboration is the biggest part of the success of this.